Hello lovely people, hope you are all well. Just thought I'd pop up again and come and say hi and do another helpful video, I hope. Give us a thumbs up and a like and a wave, and hopefully it will come in useful. So another little useful video is working with pendulums. Now obviously pendulums are a tool like oracle cards and divination rods. They're everything that you work with is a tool, so it's just a divination aid. It's a bit like having a saw or a hammer to do a specific job. Obviously we all work differently, so we all work different bits and pieces. So I've got a couple of examples of pendulums that are here. They're not out of my own personal collection, they're from somewhere else. So I thought I'd pop up and show you how you work with them. So I have a merlinite. There we go, which is absolutely lovely. Can't really see that very well, can you? It's absolutely lovely. And I have an aventurine, which is lovely. And I also have this is aventurine in a resin. There we go. Beautiful. And I also have a different shaped one. This is onyx in a whoopsie. There we go, in a ball form. So you've got 4 different types of pendulums there. Now you will be drawn to a certain pendulum if you're starting to look out for buying a pendulum and using it for dowsing. You can get the boards where you can sort of have them. They do yes, no, a bit like the Ouija board type thing. I don't use the boards personally with me. I just pick them up and use them as they are. Yeah, you can sort of have the boards and work with them, but you'll be drawn to a certain type, so you will see it and you'll either like it or don't like it. Or sometimes people find that if they do a card reading for somebody, then they quite like the pendulum to do a yes no, confirmation of what they've just seen or what they're feeling, which is really good. So then again, you're using 2 tools, but you're doing a good thing. So anyway, personally for me, it's what I'm drawn to. I've got some amethyst ones, which works obviously with your crown chakra. I've got an aventurine one myself, which is obviously green, so that works with your heart chakra, but it's obviously very grounding. What else have I got? Oh, I've got a moonstone, which is really nice. So yeah, it just sort of depends what you fancy using at the time. So once you've found the pendulum that you really like, a lot of people, sometimes people wear, put them down their bra, hold them. So I will hold my pendulum in my hand, and people will say, you can warm it up a bit if you want. But this is just how I would do it. So it's just a guide. You don't have to follow suit to how you're doing it, but this is just a guide. So I take my pendulum and I will pop it in my hand, and it sort of warms it up to what you're doing. It in tunes it with you and how you're working. It also just sort of gets you in tune with what's going on, gets to sort of your energies flowing through the pendulum itself. So what I'm then going to do is I'm going to then tip the camera down. So I use the pendulum as in a yes, no way of doing things. So I will ask yes, no questions in my head or out loud, depending on what we're doing, and use it as a confirmation. Sometimes you use it to find things. I have used it to find things in my house I've lost. So I'll go and get my pendulum and go, is it in the kitchen? Yes. Right. So then you turn the kitchen upside down and you find it, which is quite cool. So that's how I use it. So here we go, as I'm going to use the merlinite. It's a very short chain on the end. Oh, it's a little bit crimped. That shouldn't affect. You can use anything you want, actually, to be fair, on as a pendulum. You can use your ring around you if you've got a necklace, you can use a necklace. If you've got a ring on the end of a necklace, you can use that. So anything, you use a stone on a piece of thread. So it's what the intentions that you're putting in. That's annoying me now, I've got a little kink in my chain. Anyway, so as a short chain like that, I will literally just hold the ball between my finger and thumb and hold it over like that. If I had a longer chain, then I would probably fold it up into my hand like that and then hold it between my finger and thumb. But as it's, I mean, that's then very short chains, but as it's a very short chain, I will then just hold the finger and thumb like that. There we go. So I'm going to turn you down slightly so you can just see what's going on, because otherwise if I have my hand up here, my arm wobbles, you see, and then that doesn't give you true reading. So I tend to make sure that I've got my elbow rested on the table so that my hand is steady and that I'm like not intermittently moving it, so I know that I'm not doing something I shouldn't do, because you can sort of wobble and not realise you're doing it. Oh, that's there we go. Okie dokie. There we go. So you can just about see that. So that's between my finger and my thumb, holding over the top of the table. There we go. So what I'm going to do is, in my head, I'm going to ask for a yes response. So that's round and round. Can everybody see that? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a no response. Did you see that change? There we go. So that's a backwards and forward. And then what I do tend to do is ask for a still. Thank you very much. And I always say thank you afterwards as well, because of the fact that obviously you're using energies and things around you, and they're enabling you and helping you along. So I'm going to ask the crystal, my name obviously is Carly, so I'm going to ask the crystal, is my name Carly? There we go. And hang on a minute, I'll ask for a still. And then I'm going to ask, is my name Bob? And while it's doing this, I'm going to go, is my name Carly? That's amazing, thank you very much. And then I'm going to ask for a still. Lovely, thank you very much. There we go, absolutely amazing, that's lovely, thank you very much. So yeah, so just to prove putting your energies in, also remember to breathe. I'm terrible, I hold my breath because I'm worried I'm going to wobble my hand. But I will pick up and use a different shape one. So if we use the black onyx one here, it's very nice. Again, it's got quite a short chain, so I hold it between my finger and my thumb. If it was longer, I haven't got an example of one with a longer chain, I'd hold it between my palm and my hand. So I have it like that. I always rest my elbow on the table, because I find if I have my hand off the table, you can intermittently be doing this and not realise you're doing it. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw it around. But you can intermittently be doing this and not realise you're doing it. So I steady my hand, but that's just me. So we will do the same again. So asking for a please may I have a yes response. Please may I have a no. And please may I have a still. There we go. Is my name Carly? Thank you. Is my name Bob? Thank you. Please may I have a still. Thank Thank you very much. Now, not everybody asks for a still. Everybody's independent and everybody's different. Let's pop that back up. There we go. The reason why I ask for a still is because sometimes when you're dowsing, as you can see, sometimes they get the pendulums and the energies that are working can go round and round and round and go a bit carried away. So you need them to slow down so that you get a definition. So it's a bit like once you get on a swing, it can work on a centrifugal force as well. It then becomes to the point that it's not being true because the force is moving it around so much on a pendulum swing as well. You're not getting a true reading, because then the next question you ask nice and slowly, because there's so much going on, it's not going to slow down. So it's just going to keep going round and round, and you think it's going to be yes. So always allow time when you ask the question to the answer. Always ask for a still in between. If you're ever in any doubt, what I do personally is I then ask a question that I know isn't right, like, is my name Bob? Or just to reiterate what's going on. So if you're asking a question you don't genuinely know the answer to, then ask a question like, is my name Carly? And it will go yes. Or is my name Bob? And it will go no. So it's sort of like realigning, so you know the definition. Keep an open mind whilst you're doing it. Try not to influence the decision. So keep the energies flowing. So you want to have a true reading, a true use of the tool yourself. So don't try and force something that's not going to happen. So you must have an open mind. Remember to breathe. Don't do what I do and go and hold your breath and then realise you're holding your breath. If you feel comfortable, you can rest your hand on the table. I do, because then I don't find I'm doing this. I feel like I'm being wobbly. Tune it up to yourself by holding it in your hand or wearing it down your bra, or just, you know, and asking people to come close and work with you. Always remember to say thank you at the end. And always remember to say thank you and please and thank you on your way round. I must admit, I didn't say please, could I have a... But please remember that, because it's manners as well. So hopefully you found that useful. You can use it. I use mine alongside my cards sometimes, but hopefully fingers crossed that made yourself useful. Any questions, give us a shout. As I say, this is just a guidance. This is what I do. It's not down in black and white. Everything you do is your path and you're following, so you follow along how you feel. So hope that's good, hope that's useful. Give us a thumbs up, give us a wave, and we'll speak to you all soon. Lots of love. Bye.